Before I say another word, I want you to take a test with me right now. 30 seconds. No standing up. No equipment. Just honest answers. In half a minute, you are going to know with surprising accuracy how well blood is actually moving through your legs right now at this exact moment, sitting where you are. You are starting with a perfect score of 5 points. For every symptom that applies to you, subtract 1 point. Question 1. Do your feet or toes feel cold, even when the room is warm, not chilly? Genuinely cold, like they never fully warm up. -1 if yes. Cold feet mean blood is struggling to complete its full journey down to your toes. Question 2. Do your legs feel heavy or tired at the end of a completely normal day? Not after exercise. Just after ordinary sitting at home. -1 if yes. That heaviness is blood pooling because the return flow back to your heart has slowed. Question 3. Do your ankles swell by evening? Do your socks leave deep ring marks in your skin? Do your shoes feel noticeably tighter at 8 p.m. than they did at 8 a.m.? -1 if yes. Question 4. Do you get leg cramps at night? Those sudden violent spasms deep in your calf that jolt you wide awake and take minutes to release? -1 if yes. Question 5. Have spider veins or varicose veins appeared or worsened over the past few years? Lines that were not there before? Subtract your final point if yes. If you scored 5, your circulation is strong. Everything today will help you protect that. If you scored 3 or 4, your body is already sending early warning signals. Early signals are gifts. They give you time to act before symptoms become permanent. This is exactly the right moment. If you scored 2 or below, stay with me. I have watched patients who started at 1 rebuild their circulation to a 4 in under 6 weeks. The lower you start, the more dramatic your improvement. Pause right now. Type your score in the comments. In 2 weeks, when I ask you to come back and retake this test, the comment will be your baseline. You will be shocked at the difference. Now let me tell you something that stopped me cold when I first read it in a vascular research journal. Researchers measured blood flow in the main vein behind the knee during prolonged sitting. They were not studying sick patients. They were studying healthy adults with no vein problems whatsoever. After just 30 minutes of sitting still, blood flow dropped measurably. After 100 minutes, blood flow velocity had dropped by 40-1%, and blood volume flow by 40-2%. Nearly half your normal circulation gone from simply sitting still. Let that sit for a moment. If you have been watching television for an hour and a half after dinner, the way most of us spend our evenings, the blood in your lower legs is barely moving. And this is exactly the environment where dangerous clots begin to form. It is why airlines tell you to flex your feet on long flights. It is why hospitals walk surgery patients as fast as humanly possible. But here is the part that should make you feel powerful rather than scared. The same research showed that just 20 seconds of calf muscle activation resets your blood flow almost completely. 20 seconds. That is less time than it takes to pour yourself a glass of water. So today I am giving you 3 seated exercises that tap into exactly that mechanism. Total time under 10 minutes. You can do all of them in your armchair, at your kitchen table, or in front of your television. I am counting down from exercise 3 to number 1 because number 1 uses a mechanism most people have never heard of. It is the most underused natural pump in your entire body, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to switch it on. Your heart pushes blood down to your legs very efficiently. Gravity helps. The problem is the return journey, pushing blood back up from your feet to your heart against gravity through miles of veins. Your body has 2 systems to solve this. First, tiny 1-way valves inside your leg veins that stop blood from sliding backward. Second, and this is what most people never learn, your leg muscles themselves. Every time a leg muscle contracts, it physically squeezes the veins running through it and forces blood upward through those valves, like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. This is why movement is not just exercise. Movement is your circulation system functioning. When you sit still for hours, that muscular pump stops entirely. The valves alone cannot do the job. Blood accumulates. Pressure builds. Veins stretch. Valves weaken further. But when you activate those leg muscles, even while sitting, the pumper starts immediately. Our 3 exercises target the most powerful circulatory muscles in your lower body, without you ever leaving your chair. Let's go. Exercise 3. The seated march. Sit in a sturdy chair. Feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Sit tall. Do not lean back against the chair. Simply lift your right knee a few inches off the seat. Place it down. Lift the left knee. Place it down. You are marching in place while sitting. 2 details transform this from casual movement into genuine circulatory medicine. First, lift with deliberate muscular intention. Do not swing the leg up passively. Actively contract the front of your thigh with each lift. You should feel that muscle engage the moment the foot leaves the floor. If you do not feel that engagement, you are using momentum, not muscle. Second, place your foot down slowly and silently. If your foot is slapping the floor, you are moving too fast. A quiet, controlled placement means the muscle is working on the way down as well as the way up. You are doubling the stimulus. The pace should be exactly like a ticking clock. 1 lift per second. Steadied, unhurried, rhythmic. 60 seconds. Roughly 30 lifts per leg. By the end, you will feel a gentle warmth spreading through your thighs. That warmth is fresh, oxygenated blood arriving in muscles that were previously underperfused. That is exactly the point. Exercise to the seated leg extension with toe point. This is a 2-for-1, thigh pump and calf pump in a single movement. Same seated position. Slowly straighten your right leg until the knee is as straight as you can comfortably manage, roughly parallel to the floor. Point your toes away from you, like a ballet dancer reaching with a foot. Feel your calf tighten and contract. Hold for 2 full seconds. Now pull your toes back toward your shin. Feel the calf release. Then slowly bend the knee and lower the foot back to the floor. Here's what just happened inside your leg. When you straightened the knee, your quadriceps contracted and squeezed the veins in your thigh, pushing blood upward. When you pointed your toes, your calf contracted and squeezed the deep veins in your lower leg. When you flexed your foot back, the calf relaxed and the veins refilled with fresh blood from below. You just performed a complete circulation flush from ankle to hip, in one movement. Seated in a chair, 10 repetitions on each leg. If straightening the knee fully is painful, extend only as far as feels comfortable. The toe point is the most important part. You can even skip the extension entirely and simply point and flex with both feet flat on the floor. The calf pump still fires, the blood still moves. Now, exercise 1. Your calf muscle wraps around the deepest and most critical veins in your body. A single strong calf contraction can push blood upward with remarkable force. This is why every cardiologist in the world calls the calf the second heart. Here's how to do it. Sit tall, feet flat, hip minus width apart. Keep the balls of your feet pressed firmly into the ground throughout. They do not leave the floor. Raise both heels as high as they will go. Come up onto the balls of your feet. At the very top, squeeze your calf muscles as hard as you can. Hold that contraction for 1 full second. Then lower your heels slowly back to the floor. That is 1 pump. With every squeeze, imagine your calves wringing out a wet towel. Every contraction forces fluid up and out. Around 30 seconds, you may feel a burn in your calves. That is lactic acid. It means the muscle is working hard enough to produce a genuine circulatory response. If the burn is too much, pause 10 seconds and resume. Work up to the full minutes of continuous pumping. Once the basic version feels easy, try single leg pumps. Keep one foot flat, raise only the other heel. This doubles the load. 20 pumps, then switch. More powerful, but only introduce this once the 2-legged version feels comfortable. You can do this exercise anywhere. At the kitchen table, while watching the evening news, while waiting for the kettle to boil. It requires nothing except your own defeat. Do it at minimum twice daily, morning and evening. Within the first week, most of my patients tell me their legs feel lighter by afternoon, the ankle swelling decreases, and those nighttime cramps, the ones stealing their sleep, begin to lose their grip. Those cramps happen because muscles are starved of oxygen. Better circulation delivers that oxygen. The cramps have nothing left to feed on. Your complete daily plan. Exercise 3, seated march 60 seconds. Exercise 2, leg extension with toe point 10 repetitions each leg. Exercise 1, calf pump to minutes. Total time 5 to 6 minutes. Do it at least once daily, ideally in the afternoon or early evening when fluid has had all day to accumulate. One important caution: do not do these exercises within 1 hour of bedtime. The fluid you move out of your legs gets processed by your kidneys. Exercise too close to sleep and you will be awake at 2 in the morning for reasons that have nothing to do with your circulation. Bonus 3, the 20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, give your legs 20 seconds of movement. 10 calf pumps. A quick seated march. Even just pressing both feet firmly into the floor and releasing. 20 seconds resets the circulation clock almost completely. Set a reminder on your phone. If you sit for 8 hours a day, that is 20 minus for opportunities to send a fresh wave of blood through your veins. The calf pump from exercise 1 is perfect for this. You can do it anywhere, anytime, without stopping what you are doing. Over a week, nearly 170 circulation resets that would not have happened otherwise. Each one costs you 20 seconds. Let's come back to where we started. You have a number, written in the comments or held in your memory. That number is not a diagnosis. It is not a verdict on your health or your future. It is simply where you are standing today at the beginning of something. Here is my challenge. Do these 3 exercises once today. Set a 20-minute timer on your phone. Repeat every day for 2 weeks. Then come back to the very beginning of this video and take the 5-question test again. Answer every question honestly. I am genuinely confident your score will be higher. Maybe your feet will feel warmer by morning. Maybe your socks will stop leaving those deep marks. Maybe you will wake up one night and realize the cramp never came. Every single point you gain back is not just a number. It is evidence that your body heard you. That it responded. That it still can. When that happens, come back to the comments and share it. Write something like started at 2. 2 weeks later I am at 4. Your result will not just celebrate your own progress. It will be the reason someone else watching today decides to try. Take care of your legs. They have carried you through every year of your life, through work and raising families and losses and celebrations and everything in between. They have never asked for much in return. Now they are asking. And now you know exactly what to give them. I will see you in 2 weeks.